behind Holly right now is kind of giving me like a little bit of the twitch because I'm like, where's the flash flooding? Where is my warning?
Exactly.
Where's my rain?
And this does not have anything to do with the weather. This is obviously just a water main break. Thankfully, this is not severe weather we're talking about, but this is in South Los Angeles, west of the 110 at the intersection of Manchester and Hoover. I can see that this driver of that vehicle is a little bit hesitant to drive through all this water, and I don't blame them because it can be very dangerous. So if you're traveling on the 110, I suggest getting off at Century or Florence to avoid this mess at Manchester and Hoover. In Whittier, I mentioned this hazard a few minutes ago, North 605 near Whittier Boulevard, some unknown debris in the right lane. Vehicles are swerving to avoid it. And then in San Bernardino, I can clear a hazard I've been following on the South 215 near Highland Avenue. The roadway is clear. There was a stalled vehicle there. And then coming up, I will take you to the Valley. Lynette, over to you.
All right, thank you for that, Holly. In for Belinda Leon, and I just keep thinking about Thanksgiving dinner at the picnic table.
It's such a good idea. Like, I'm so glad you said that out loud because now I'm like, wow, like a lot of people could really take advantage of that in Southern California today. We are so lucky and so thankful to have such nice weather. It is chilly though. I won't know if I would necessarily do breakfast outside. We've got some 50s out there. We've got some 30s out there. I'm actually a little surprised we didn't see another frost advisory up in the Lancaster area because we are starting things off at 36 degrees, 39 degrees at Victorville, 20s right now in the mountain communities. Now, as we look ahead toward the later morning hours, we'll bring that sun up at 6:37 a.m. We'll wrangle it for you. 10 hours and 7 minutes of daylight to enjoy that Thanksgiving, but you can enjoy it at sunset too. 4:44 p.m. is when I expect we will be watching the sun go down. And if we're lucky, maybe these clouds won't be too thick, and that could make for a really beautiful sunset. So just keep that in mind for your photo taking purposes. Upper 70s, low 80s even for some spots for your daytime high for your Thanksgiving. We will cool down to the low 70s for daytime highs for Friday with more sunshine coming back. Should be good for any shopping weather that you might want to get done as well. And all of this is good driving weather, but I know there are definitely a couple hazards already this morning that Holly has been tracking for us. So let's take a look at the latest. Holly, what you got going on?
Hey, Kelly, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. For the most part, we're seeing very light conditions. A lot of people off work today. It's also dark and early, so we aren't seeing a lot of folks on the roads. However, I do have a hazard to tell you about in the Echo Park area. Stalled vehicle in the right lane, South 101 near Glendale Boulevard. Thankfully, no backup in the area, and the drive to downtown LA looks good right now. In Whittier, I can clear a hazard, some debris I was following in lanes on the North 605 near Whittier Boulevard. That's been cleared out of the right lane. South 405 commute Mission Hills to the 105, an easy 25 minutes right now. Speeds in the upper 60s, all looks fantastic through North Hills, Van Nuys, Sherman Oaks, and also Bel Air. Coming up in a few, we will head to Downey, check out conditions on the West 105. Lynette, over to you.
All right, Holly, thank you. The FBI is watch you guys ride, and you can tell me all about it.
Are you not a ride gal?
I'm a little bit of a chicken. I will say, I got on the ride at Disneyland, the one that goes like this, because my daughter really wanted to go, and I didn't want to be a chicken.
Like Space Mountain, the one
it was a roller coaster.
It's for California.
Yeah.
You go upside down.
Yeah. And so I'm like, oh, okay, I want to be brave for her, because I don't want my fear to, influence her and make her afraid, right? I screamed so much that she was like, Mom, it's okay. And she wasn't even enjoying the ride. She was like, Mom,
so concerned.
Okay? And so we got off of the ride, and there were tears.
Man, we should take you to Six Flags.
I would be concerned. I'd want emergency cruise, because it sounds like Lynette would kind of be freaked out.
I love roller coasters.
Same. Do you?
I do.
I'll go.
Yeah, we'll go play.
We'll go to Vegas.
I'll hold your bag.
Your emotional support.
Did you guys see the view behind us?
No.
I caught a glimpse of it. I mean, my gosh.
It's going to be a nice day.
That's nice. There's a lot to be thankful for.
There is.
I have one very special thing I'm thankful for. It's drought data. Okay, I want to show it to you.
She said it's a beautiful
amazing transition.
She's so excited about this.
Drought data. I'm so excited because I wasn't sure if I would get it because it's the Thanksgiving holiday. Okay, so this is the newest data. I want to clarify. This is up until I believe it's the 25th, which includes all the rounds of rain that we saw. So this is new for us. The areas in yellow are what we consider abnormally dry. So you can see that borders off to the east, but then down here, we still have some spots, Orange County Inland Empire, down towards San Diego, they're considered abnormally dry. But that is a huge improvement because on our scale here, abnormal is the best spot to be other than no drought at all. So there were some pros to definitely having a little bit of that extra rain. We've been talking a lot about LAX. I didn't want to neglect Ontario International, where right now things are pretty quiet. If you are going to be leaving out of there, temperatures right now are in the mid-50s. We've got clear visibility despite the fact that we do have some extra cloud cover out there, but that's no concern for your pilots, and light winds. So we should not, be too concerned with any potential turbulence either. In terms of what to expect if you're sticking just right here around town, cloudy skies overhead. We've been telling you about that, but still dry conditions. Some morning fog rebuilds along the coast as we look ahead toward your Black Friday. And then as we make our way into the weekend, we see a pretty significant cool down. But today, upper 70s, low 80s, really not too much to be concerned about. If you are going to be celebrating your Thanksgiving in the Orange County area, I decided to highlight Irvine here. You can expect that we've got those cloudy skies all throughout the day, with temperatures warming into the low 70s by the late morning hours, continuing to warm up just to those mid 70s by the afternoon. You won't get a ton of sun, but again, my hope is that you get just enough as we start to watch the sun go down between that 4-5 o'clock hour that you might get some really pretty pictures of a sunset. So I'll be looking out for those on social media. Otherwise, winds are staying pretty calm for us, and we'll start to see things clear out with those skies as we head into the late evening hours, because your Black Friday actually is looking pretty clear. I also want to highlight your winds. We are not looking at too much wind for today, but a little bit breezy in our wind prone spots. We've got that through the Santa Susana Pass, out in the Cajon Pass, through the Banning Pass. These are all offshore winds first, so they are going to continue to keep us pretty dry. Those Santa Anas that have been generally weak for us. But as we look ahead toward your Black Friday, the high desert getting a little bit of an extra dose of onshore flow. That's what's going to continue to cool us down, bring in some of that morning fog. So that's some of the changes we're looking at. I'm not too concerned about those winds. They'll back off as we head into your Saturday night, but I wanted to highlight that for you. Again, morning fog expected for the next several days for Los Angeles Basin, inland Orange County, and the coast, but not for today. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's when we expect to see those changes. Not too much to be concerned with in the valleys. Inland Empire just cooling into the low 70s as we get into the weekend. Even cooler temperatures as we look ahead toward next week. Look at that for the high desert, down to the low 60s, even upper 50s by this time next week possible. And we will, of course, continue to see those 50s staying with us in the mountain communities. At this point, I think that system that was going to maybe bring us some snow showers is staying to the east of us. But one thing that is staying right on the ground right now is a whole lot of water, Holly. What is going on there?
A whole lot of water in the South LA area. I've been following this situation, this problem here, for about 40 minutes. You can see all this water. It is not due to any severe weather. This is due to a water main break. This is at the intersection of Manchester and Hoover. You can still see the water gushing out here. So much water on the roadway. So this is west of the 110, Manchester and Hoover. So if you're traveling on the 110, avoid this intersection. Get off on Century or Florence instead. I'll continue to monitor this situation, but avoid it at all costs if you can. We have an accident in downtown Los Angeles, west 10 to the south 110. Solo vehicle crash. This is on that transition road. And then I'm happy to clear a hazard south 101 near Glendale Boulevard. The roadway is clear following a stalled vehicle. West 105 commute Downey to LAX. A great time to head to the airport. Under 20-minute drive, speeds in the 60s. People just cruising through Linwood and also Hawthorne. And then the North 5 commute Downey to the 134 is going to take about 18 minutes. Speeds in the upper 60s. There are no problems through Downey, Commerce, and also East Los Angeles. Now, coming up, I'll take you to Glendora. We'll check out the West 210. It's 5:54. You're watching Today in LA. Happy Thanksgiving.
There, it's making for beautiful sunrise shots all around town. We'll continue to see this cloud cover build throughout the day. It might get a little bit thicker in the afternoon hours, but that's not going to stop our temperatures from warming up. Mid to upper 70s for a lot of spots, low 80s even possible for the valleys, Inland Empire, cooler for the high desert and the mountains. And then, you know, there's shopping weather. This is the day I'm more excited about, Black Friday. I don't have to worry about your judgment at the dinner table on Black Friday. I get to go shopping. Morning fog for the coast, the Basin, Orange County. We are going to keep the sunshine around for most of the day for Black Friday. So if you miss it today, we'll get it back for you tomorrow, but it will be be actually slightly cooler. So be prepared for some of those changes as well. We got a lot of changes happening all around town. And while I'm keeping your forecast dry, Holly has been doing anything but that for us this morning. She's trying to drown us on the roadways.
I am not. I'm trying to keep you informed as to what's going on, because we want everybody to be safe today and every time you hit the road. So what is this issue? Well, I started following it in the 4 a.m. hour. This has nothing to do with weather. It's a water main break. It's still active. As you can see, this is the intersection of Hoover and Manchester. And the update that I have for you is that there is a closure from Hoover to Manchester to Figueroa, and this will likely not reopen this closure until around 2 p.m. So if you're traveling on the 110, do not get off at Hoover. Exit at Century or Florence to avoid this mess. In downtown LA, thankfully, light conditions, lots of green on the 10, 110, 101, and the 5. Lynette, over to you.
All right, thank you for that, Holly.
All right, take a look. We've got some fun seasonal cities for you, if you will, and some changes coming over the next couple of days, passing through Artichoke, Appleton, Walnut. That's where we'll have some snow. Looking ahead towards Saturday, the upper Midwest getting hit by this. Rain expected from Buttermilk to Tomato down to Sugarland. We are going to continue to watch as that system pushes off to the east, out toward Baker Summit and Sandwich, if you will, but more snow coming on down through Bountiful, headed toward Buttermilk in the days to come. Isn't that fun? Oh, yeah, you got to hit Spuds, too. Thankfully, we're going to stay nice and dry, Bakersfield included in that. Holly, what you got out on the roads?
Oh, my gosh, I love that tease, but you just really made me hungry. Bring on the Thanksgiving food now, Kelly. Good morning to you on this Thursday, and happy Thanksgiving. You know it's holiday light when you're taking a look in the 6 a.m. hour of the South 405. Mission Hills to the 105 is going to take just about 25 minutes right now. There's no traffic through North Hills, Van Nuys, Sherman Oaks, and also Bel Air. Coming up, I'll take you to Hacienda Heights at 6:41. You're watching Today in LA.
That was a good tip. And also, the Today Show actually has an extension that you can put on your browser, and it'll give you codes if you missed anything discount-wise before you check out. I use it all the time, so there's a little extra plug for you. Your Black Friday planner, I'm expecting your temperatures to be in the low 70s for the afternoon hours. Mostly sunny skies. We'll have some clouds out there for the evening hours, but tomorrow will look a lot different than what we expect for today. We've been telling you about the cloudy skies that we're expecting for your Thanksgiving, but thankfully dry conditions overall. I do expect we'll see some fog at the coast for tomorrow. Some of that could be crawling inland, but more fog is expected to become more widespread as we look ahead toward the weekend, bring in that onshore flow, and that's going to also be bringing our temperatures down a little bit, because today some spots could even hit the 80s. That won't be the case for the days to come, but we'll keep it mild. We'll keep it dry for your Thanksgiving. You can see all that cloud cover overhead through the late morning hours. It doesn't go away for the afternoon. It just keeps streaming through, and we see that as we get into the evening as well. Overnight into your Friday, we mostly clear out with the exception of what we expect to see at the coast. Some additional fog there that clears out and then rebuilds and gets a little bit more aggressive as we look ahead toward your Saturday morning. So we will keep an eye on your visibility numbers over the next couple of days, especially for those of you who maybe have visitors in town who maybe are early risers. You want to give them the heads up that they could run into some of that more dense fog over the next couple of days. Let's break everything down on your first alert 7-day forecast. We've got temperatures that will be sinking from the upper 70s down to the low 70s for the Los Angeles Basin, inland Orange County, and then again expecting to see that morning fog over the next several days as we welcome back in that onshore flow that's going to bring our temperatures down to the low 70s there. We're talking mid 60s at the coast. Look at that, though, even low 60s possible by the middle of next week. Let's take a look at your temperatures for the valleys, dropping from the upper 70s for your Thanksgiving and down to the low 70s by the weekend. A pretty similar setup there for the Inland Empire. Not too concerned about some previous chances that we thought might be in place for some possible precipitation for areas off to the east for your Sunday. We're going to keep things dry. That system is veering off to the east of us. We are expecting, though, a little bit of extra wind in the high desert for your Friday today as that onshore flow does increase, so be aware of that. And pretty mild conditions over the next couple of days as we drop from the upper 50s down to the low 50s for daytime highs in the mountain communities, even looking at low 40s though for next week. So we'll be tracking that cool down in the days to come. Holly, what do you got going on behind you this time?
Oh, just the problem I've been following since a little after 5 a.m. This is in the South LA area. This is the intersection of Hoover and Manchester. You're going to want to put down your coffee and check out these images. Obviously, as you can see, the roadway is flooded, and they finally did close down that intersection. So the closure is Manchester Boulevard between Hoover and Figueroa. If all goes well and there aren't many complications, they hope to reopen this intersection around 2 p.m. this afternoon. So if you are in this area, avoid Manchester. Century and Florence run parallel to Manchester Boulevard. So as you can see, full effect closure. Hopefully this will be cleared around 2 p.m. In Hacienda Heights, we have some potholes on the West 60 just east of the 605. They're in the middle lane, so stay over to the left or right. And then in Upland West 210 near Campus Avenue, boxes and debris in the number 3 and 4 lanes. So it might slow you down just a tad if you're making your way towards the 57. Lynette, over to you.
Ollie, thank you.